me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Alright guys, so in today's video, we took a little trip up to Fort Herod. It is a state park here in Kentucky. It is actually the very first settlement established in the state of Kentucky. So John had came here on a field trip when he was in middle school. Me and the kids had never been here. We'd been wanting to come, so we finally made the time this weekend, and we had such a good time. This tree is absolutely amazing. It is an Osage orange tree. It actually would hold the record for the tallest and broadest tree, but the trunk is split. As you can see, it's laying on the ground, so it cannot hold the record because of that. So it is unofficially the national champion because of that. But like I said, it is a beautiful tree. We absolutely loved it. The tree is actually the reason John wanted to come back, because he remembered it from his childhood. So that's what we did. And then we went up and we toured the settlement and the mansion. I wasn't allowed to get any footage in the mansion, but it was so amazing in there. Now I have a life goal for John to buy me a house from the 1800s so that I can restore it, because it was amazing in there. But yeah, this is just our little trip. I decided to vlog it and bring you all along with us. So yeah, let's go on and see what we can see. Yep.
Into the museum. When you get finished up here, you'll go down the steps and through the parking lot, past that great big Osage tree that's on your right. There's a big 2-story mansion. You go up on the back porch to enter it. And that's what you need those for. This starts your tour up here, and it starts with the cabin right behind me, which is the gunsmith shop. And you follow the sidewalk all the way around, and you end up right back here.
All right, thank you.
Ask all kinds of questions.
You're supposed to go in here.
It's neat.
It is neat, ain't it?
Kentucky riverbed grew all over the territory in giant groves called canebrake. They were an excellent place to hide if being chased, and an excellent place from which to stay.
Like charcoal.
Blacksmith apprentice. That'd be your first job.
Huh? It's like a big accordion. It pushes air into down there where the fire is. So we got there right when they opened, because we knew that would probably be the best time to get there to deal with less people and all of that stuff. So we got there as soon as they opened. So he hadn't quite got his fire going yet, which is fine. He still did talk to us and showed us some things. Like he showed Jonathan how to pump the air into the fire, and then he showed us some games and some puzzles that the kids would have played back in this time. So all in all, we did enjoy being around him. His presence was just very warming, and we really enjoyed talking to him. Just swing it up. Daddy almost got it. Jonathan did get it. You wanna try it, Wendy? Swing it up and try to catch it.
Well, I can't show y'all how to do that for a while. Fire gotta get you.
Oh, we almost had it, Wendy. You wanna try that one though? Ow.
Yep.
Okay, that's all you do.
Look, got another one. You try that one, Ellen?
And then get the ring out. Put this. Did you already do it?
No.
Put this inside that loop. There. Then make it go over top of that. And then you push it. Quick, quick. Make it over. Keep it over top of it like this. And push it out. You make it go over top. And make it come up. And down. You do it, Doma?
What? You get it?
Hit the bird today.
Yeah.
You got to twist it now. I don't know how to do it.
Daddy. All right, and then our next stop would have been, it was called the Ordinary. It was like a bed and breakfast area. The little lady that you will see in just a moment, she told us the story, which I'm going to share with you. And it was so interesting. This is one of my favorite parts. I don't know why I was so obsessed with this, but I was. So I hope that you enjoy hearing the story as much as I did.
Ordinary. So an ordinary in that period of time would be a restaurant and a hotel. So you could come in and you could spend the night upstairs paying your 12.5 cents, and you'd have 2 rooms, one for men, one for women. And if you got a bed, well, that's kind of cool. You just walked 600 miles and carried all your stuff because there's no wagon trails. And so it'd be kind of nice to have a roof over your head and a bed. But you did have to share that bed with 4 or 5 strangers because you paid for one spot in that bed. You didn't pay for the whole bed and the floor and the chairs or whatever. You could have a meal at 3, huge meal, eat all you want, get full. And if there's leftovers, you do get an 8 o'clock cold supper because food has to go. It's too precious, too valuable to throw away or to keep for the next day. There's no way of keeping it. So Anne McGinty, when she came in 1776, had a license from the British, gives her the biggest blockhouse. So this is how big it was 250 years ago. She brought the first spinning wheel like this to Kentucky. And of course, all children learned to sew and spin at the age of 6. And then they wore nightgowns until they were 6. That's when you'd get your big people's clothes, and then you would be treated basically as an adult for 1 meal a day. And then, of course, her husband William, who was a master cooper, and so he made the first loom, he made the first plow, he planted the first corn, she made the first cloth in Kentucky before anyone else. So we're not only the first settlement, we're the 41st. So after you spend all winter making thread from the buffalo wool and the nettle, then it has to be put on the loom. So you are counting and measuring all of the thread that goes on the loom, and it all goes on the back of the loom at the same time under tension. Then you've got to bring it forward. Well, the sticks here in the center are part of the loom called harnesses. The vertical threads are called heddles. They have eyes tied in the center. So you're threading each thread through an eye in sequence the whole way across. So you are programming this for what you want to make. Now to get it here in the finished product, you have to know what foot treadle's here on the floor that you have to use to make that come out here. So you have a program, you've got a screen, you've got a keyboard. This is where the computer came from. The man who invented the very first computer in the world watched a loom work first, got the idea, and then made the first loom in 1950. So the treadle's open the threads up because you're going to go under threads and over threads. That's what basic weaving is. And then you're responsible for your edges. Now you want to come back the other direction so these threads are changing place. You can cross them over and you lock that row in, so now you can come back on the other side. And it's just one row at a time. For them, they would be passing a shuttle about 200 times just to get an inch of cloth. So you might get 5 yards made, spring, summer, and fall, maybe 7. And it took 13 pieces for a dress, 9 pieces for a man's jacket. So whatever you had left over went for the wads for the guns, and it also went for the cleaning of the guns. You have to have that. That's the most precious thing you have to have in this period of time. Because if you don't clean the gun, it blows up in your face. And so the wads you have to have for the guns to fire. So you had people, everybody learned how to load a gun properly, how to make sure that it was ready to go, because when you're in siege, you shoot one, pass it back, and have another. So you're constant back and forth. Anne McGinty, when she died here at the fort, she was 80 years old. She'd outlived 4 husbands. First 3 had been killed. 7 children she had, and 6 survived, and we get her descendants all the time here. And so she's buried out there in the first public graveyard in Kentucky. And so I have on the loom by the window, I'm making material. And it's going to be dish towels that goes to the gift shop. And then this is going to be table runners and hot mats that'll go there as well. We have rugs in there already. We do hand-dipped pure beeswax candles here, so those go there as well. But of course, in this period of time, your candles are made of bear fat, called tallow. So you have to wait till November to kill a bear so you can get all that good fat to make your candles. And you can't just burn them when you want. Candles have to go from November to the next November, because it's very hard and difficult to get any fat to make candles from. So you can't just use them when you want to. So the upstairs today, we have one side set up as the inn, and you're going to see cradles up there. Well, that was for 3- and 4-year-olds, because the nutrition was so low, people were very, very small. And so Anne McGinty, she was short, stout, independent, and Irish. And so at that time, though, the nutrition, when it started getting better, then people started getting taller. So you guys would be classified as a giant. And then, of course, women were 5'4", and guys were 5'11". That was the average height at that time. But you have any questions about anything so far? Okay, well, you're welcome to go upstairs and check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're good when you take your time, baby.
So fancy, but such a lot.
They have to sleep in with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
Why is that what a giant mom pony?
But nobody said it was like Serta mattresses back in the day, buddy. Okay. First school in Kentucky. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you are so cute. Though, I scared of you. Yeah, thanks for that.
There's a little
Feels like one of those. He's biting. He had teeth like Kobe. There was a cat. That's got here.
You touch it.
No.
They're probably very used to people, Lily. They wouldn't be mean.
Feels like a rug.
Oh my gosh. Scared me to death.
Scared you to death.
You good, buddy?
You're scary.
He's so pretty. He's probably scratching.
I use my teeth. Why he's all in that ear?
Yeah.
They tag them.
That one back there just watching him. Ew.
What?
Look at his foot. That's
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for going on an adventure with us. We hope that you enjoyed it. Remember to always show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye guys.